Okay, so we're live. And we're once again looking into greedfall.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I am certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teofredi. My cousin Constantin is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please,
Okay.
tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes.
Did it look like she had a nose ring over here on the side of it?
Celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine,
I mean, it looks like it might just be light,
This
but
vulgar
still.
trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
Well, we'll look into it.
Would you be so kind as to tell me what you know about the Bridge Alliance?
With pleasure. A legate needs to know the history and strengths of her allies. The alliance was sealed by several nations of the Bridge around 200 years ago. The greatest of our cities, Al-Sad, became the capital, and a council formed from the different nations now rules. This union was originally put into place to better resist the appetites for conquering our neighbors. But our ancestors quickly realized that the union had also strengthened us economically and culturally. And of course, exchanges in knowledge were strongly encouraged from the outset. Today,
I'm still not sure
it is
what
by
exactly
no
this game's
means
going to
an
be.
overstatement to claim that
It's
the
going to be
Bridge Alliance
something like
leads our world in
Dishonored
science
or
and exploration. Each day, we push the limits of our understanding further.
there's some indication that might be like
each
Monster Hunter in
and
a sense.
every
And
domain.
Could you give me your understanding of the relations between the congregation and the bridge?
Our relations hang essentially on the quality of our trade and commerce. The exchanges are very profitable, especially on the cultural front. I will not hide from you that we have hoped you would join our number for quite some time. But your princes insist on maintaining a neutral stance between the congregation and the other nations on the continent. It is by all means a respectable position, even if it means you also trade with our enemies.
The Bridge Alliance has been on Tifredi for much longer than we have. What can you tell me?
It is true that we founded Hikmet, our newest city, around 15 years ago now. Alas, I haven't been able to go there myself. I can only tell you what others have reported to me. It is a luxurious island. An enormous dead volcano thrones in its center. The vegetation is extremely varied, and the fauna wondrous. We discovered animals that we had never ever seen before.
Interesting.
Some are bigger than houses. But they're not the only occupants of the island. A savage and crude people also live there, who speak an incomprehensible language. But you shall discover all of this for yourself soon enough.
And what of your war with Thélème?
It has been dragging on. In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tifredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Thélème has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are, in fact, quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
I don't know really why I'm going out this way. I just feel like going out this way.
It's blocked.
Like I said, not sure what this place was for, but sure it serves a purpose of some sort. So I did do a little bit of reading. I said he should be able to make those.
I don't have the key.
Such a mistake not to get lockpicking.
Locked. This furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
And there you have it.
There we go.
You'd never guessed they were once broken.
Oh, what's done here? Some gold coins. Some more gold coins. There's a basement to this place. Some more gold coins. All the gold coins.
Well then, were you able to repair it all?
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
No.
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out
Usually
of
criminal
whatever mess
organizations
he's got
know
himself
not to pick
into.
on
Seemed like a
royal
courageous
family
fella.
members.
Who could down his pint? Anything else?
How is business going these days?
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malicor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that...
We've
I need
already
to
heard
be
all
off.
this.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
So now we just need to get Lace to drink.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malicor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malicor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and
No,
new
probably
again.
it won't.
Does it really heal everything, your potion? Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malicor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malicor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid. You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two. There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one.
That's
Hurry
usually
now.
just a scene.
There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like,
Ah, you're finally tempted.
in all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
To my help! And death to us!
Not what I want to do. Lord Elms of the Alliance, who rented a room upstairs, possessed us not to clean it during his stay. This old fool must not want us to accidentally break his vials or something, so leave him in his filth. The customer is always right.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I am gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Or he's either upstairs or downstairs.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set up a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons to find a remedy to the Malachor they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
Oh, you don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That
It
is
is very
completely
unethical.
unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
Well, let's try negotiation first.
Please listen, I beg you.
If you wanted to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you are angry.
Me, it's not money I want. That charlatan tried to poison us. I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high. And you too, if you're an accomplice.
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation.
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves.
He's trapped. He'll have to come out someday, you'll see.
And so you plan on waiting here? I do not advise that. All of you drank one of those potions, am I right?
You're right, we did. Tasted of death. I did nothing for me ulcer.
As for me, I only drunk a few drops. And my tooth is aching more than ever.
Alas, you need only drink a mere drop for it to provoke paralysis.
Paralysis?
A terrible side effect. The symptoms appear sooner or later. No one is spared from them.
What? Are we doomed then?
Everyone is. Except, of course, those going to see a doctor to receive the antidote.
What are we gonna do? The doctor costs a fortune. We're all gonna end up like statues.
Listen to me, everyone. I know a good doctor that will help us. Come on, follow me!
That charlatan will just have to wait to get what's coming to him.
The alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I persuaded the mob to disperse calmly and without a fight. The way is free.
Very well. What power of persuasion? They didn't seem of a mind to hear reason from me.
You are free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahim.
I owe you my life, my lady. I will be eternally in your debt.
I remind you to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
Actually, wait, before I do that, did he actually leave? And if so, did he leave anything behind? Nope, doesn't look like he left anything behind.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear. He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Oh, next point for this is level 4.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
Nope, these guys didn't respawn. I was curious if they did. What's with the white X's on the doors?
Captain, milady, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much time to move at all.
Don't you be worrying now. We're off.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't miss it.
Move out. Quick steps.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Yeah.
I will
Know
bring
that.
you back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Ptolemy has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They're making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We of course refused entry. Only the Nords have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
We asked those yesterday.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a Captain Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Well, now we gotta do a jailbreak. Well, maybe not necessarily a jailbreak, but break into a jail. Which may or may not go well. We just have to wait and see.
I've seen a few...
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no naught. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What more do I risk? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm not the only one in this city.
I'm searching for a couple fleeing Ptolemy. They are trying to leave the city discreetly. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something in exchange. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom in exchange for your loyalty? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me. But you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them, right? Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Kind of loot a place. It's an RPG. Loot the place of all the things.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison. But reveal to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
That is a good question.
Concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Tir Freddy, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Tir Freddy is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Yeah, he's got a fair point there.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could. Forget what you have discovered, perhaps?
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance.
Yep.
If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
Yep. I'm definitely taking lockpicking 1 as my next skill, though. They just had too many possible uses where it's like, I could have used that, and I wasn't able to. Those two look creepy.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Mateus, the founder of the mythical Teleme, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated. Or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stow away discreetly on a vessel to Al-Sad.
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take them somewhere safe.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty adapting to your new country.
If you would allow me, I would like to give you this. It's not much, but it is all that we possess.
Farewell.
Bunch of gold coins.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a
Oh, now I realize what they're doing there. They're burning corpses. That makes sense. Just the style is odd. That's what confused me there.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Well, I might also to you.
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable.
I don't want to be on the
We have
the
nothing else
Inquisition,
to
but
do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light
lied my
guide
ass off to you, and I
Sade.
still got points. Go work on do side quests first. That's what we're going to do. Really got to tell a friend of mine about this game. He might actually enjoy it. Although then again, he already complains about that I got him hooked on Borderlands 3. Like that's somehow my fault. All because I streamed it. It's somehow my fault. I don't get the reasoning, but this looks suspicious.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds. He didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were, and I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
That is a good
How
question.
would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mess too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Well, let's ask about Vasco.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Thank you, Laura. I need to be going.
Any loot to be had in this place? Yes, there is. Smuggler's Journal. 2 new clients. They want to go to Al Sad, and the Inquisitors are on their heels, which will not make my job any easier. I think I can get them into a ship inconspicuously, but we will have to be cautious. I hope that they will prove patient and discreet. I will hide them away in a warehouse behind the harbor office where the Inquisitors will never dare to enter.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who has gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Why? I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't
Doesn't sound
know
like
where
it.
to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going. Farewell.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to
Well,
my
yeah.
town.
I mean, you're close to
According
the
one of his
port,
fellows,
so...
he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You shouldn't jest. At least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Nord that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
This city's still a shithole, though. Very curious to see this new island. Yeah, take all the things. Okay, that's really starting to bug me. Huh. Can't even find an explanation for it. Nope. Doesn't do anything.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
rob you of anything? No.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact... It sounds like some... Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiries yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
With respect, my lady.
Bullshit.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiries yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
With respect, my lady.
I'm gonna save, because I'm gonna do something that I think might be stupid. Won't let me kill her. Honestly, what I really want to do is, regardless of what happened, it's what does the cabin boy want? Does he want to be with his supposed parents on land, or does he want to be with basically his forced upon adopted family at sea? What does he want?
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Interesting.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsinio is a veritable well of scientific knowledge. He could tell us a little more.
I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
Yep, well, at least we'll try to.
Would you be in need of my help in any way?
Yeah, we need some understanding of things.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks.
Is it right?
She told
No,
me a strange
but I mean,
story about her son who was a cabin boy on
it's
our
up to the
ship.
kid to decide
She
whether or
said
not
that
he
was
wants to
taken when he was
know
a child
his
due
birth
to some
parents
contract
or
with
stick
the
with his
Nords.
adopted family.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there has always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I will have to do that because
always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffin.
I didn't realize that his coat gave a +1 to lockpicking. I would loot a lot more.
For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Thank you for that tip. Hines the Third. I hope I got that right. I already kind of cleared this place out. I do believe it. Other areas have stayed cleared out after I cleared them, so. Yeah, these guys are still dead. But now, in theory, I can open these chests. Which is a useful tip indeed. Thank you. Yeah. I've been kind of in the same boat. I already grabbed those keys. Unless there's something else there to grab that I'm just not seeing. But I already grabbed and used those keys, so... Yeah, I was hoping to complete the side quest to get another, what is it, a tribute point? Yeah, tribute. A tribute point to put into lockpicking. Or not tribute, but... talent. Hoping that the I'd get to level 5 by doing enough side quests to acquire it. Oh, well. The quest I needed the gloves, the crafting for, I already completed. In another sense, I stumbled across a bunch of things and got metal dowels. Just by looting stuff. Oh, wait. They won't like me in this. Oh, cool. What's back here? No. Well, I haven't ever actually found a merchant yet, so... At least I don't think I have. Oh, I guess that's the merchant there. I'll probably have to visit him because it looks like my inventory is starting to fill up. Thank you for these tips. It's very nice. Always enjoy people giving me tips to help out. Oh well. Ow. That hurts. You quit that. I didn't know this place was guarded. Could have just told me to leave. Yeah. It's been very not forthcoming with details. Didn't know it was a forbidden zone until I entered it. And then it was just like, oh, now I'm staring at a guy who's going probably about ready to shoot me. Well, before we go into this one and ruin our reputation further, let's put our sailor's coat back on. Because I don't think this is the same warehouse. Yeah. But it's not forbidden zone, so... But yeah, that's the one thing I ask of anyone who does come into my chat. Don't spoiler. Oh shit, there was someone here. Ow. Where the hell are you? I didn't say where it said spoiler zone. Or not spoiler, but forbidden zone. I didn't see you guys in here at all. Oh well, a little late. Yeah, but again, I didn't see them in here either. So I just went, oh, okay, I'm good. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you die. That's the office I've already been through. Yeah, I'd go ahead and head back down here. Or wait, no. Let's go over here to the inn. Because there's a chest there that I know I still need to go unlock. And I think that's the only other chest I know of. And it requires lockpicking. Well, like the NPCs, it looked like going up the stairs was roped off, so you couldn't actually wander around in any way. The family of the rich man who provoked us. We have him and we will kill him if you don't pay us handsomely. Come with a full purse in the alley south of the old warehouse district. That sounds like that's probably pertinent to this very quest. Or no, this wasn't the room I wanted to go into. I wanted to go back here and into here. And let's go see the vendor. Because I need to create some inventory space and better my charisma.
Whatever you need to be. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you
Yeah.
with?
It doesn't look like he's got a cape of any sort.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Or was I selling stuff?
Welcome.
I don't
It's
remember.
Such a pleasure to see you. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might?
Yeah, here's armor. Here's chests. No, you're fine. Things happen.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome. It's have you?
Here you can have this, and this, and this. No, you're right, I can. That can go away. Well, I think there's the gloves you were talking about. Okay, that gets me some weight back. Oh wait, there's stuff to loot from here. So something I have to ask. What's with these white X's all over the place? And they're in some of the weirdest spots. Or this symbol here. Or that's not a symbol, it's just some sort of... Well, it kind of looks like a symbol. See, that doesn't make much sense, because some of them are just like painted on walls rather than doors. That just didn't feel right having seen that in a couple spots, where it's just on a wall far, far away from a door. But I'm going to go with the fact that you've played this game apparently, so you know more. Look, I've come back. You're going to answer my questions, whether you like it or not.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiries yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force, against his will, by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false.
Enough. With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
For kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he's a naught that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret having had to threaten that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
Either way, I didn't know that. I know very little when it comes to architecture. But that is very interesting to know. You know, they just look damn odd.
Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Me, discreet, nah. Unless it's Assassin's Creed or Ghost of Tsushima. Even Ghost of Tsushima, I wasn't always discreet. Kind of depended upon how I felt. Which reminds me, I need to premiere one of those streams on YouTube here.
Lady de Sade, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine? You've taken your son against his will and have locked him up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
As if you would know what it is like to be a parent.
Ah,
you are
damn.
far too young to understand the way we feel.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
You should have
Her
thought of
sadness
that
would
before.
be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Who are you?
My name is Desardet. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes, even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seemed so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that.
It would be.
My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I stumbled onto this place once before. While I'm here... Coin Guard Barracks should be right here, I think.
So you're back. Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The Commander will be most pleased.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the Quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
Okay, time to go talk to Captain Vasco now. No, most of my knowledge deals more with,
Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion?
literature mainly. Coming up with stories and a little bit about working and fixing computers. Not that I'm real great at it. I've forgotten far more than I'd like to admit. Mainly science fiction and fantasy. It's what I originally went to university studying English with an emphasis on creative writing. Unfortunately, had bad advisor, signed me up for a completely wrong program entirely, failed math classes that I shouldn't have had to take in the first place, and had to go to another university. At which point I then studied computer electronics and engineering and computer networking.
Madam, you still haven't found your cousin. As you well know, we cannot leave without him.
Have no fear. I will bring him back in time to make our scheduled departure. Is everything ready?
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you.
But even nowadays, I don't really get to do as much reading as I'd really like.
Your actions bring you honor.
Yes.
Be back soon, Captain.
And then I always trying to study all kinds of different things. Art just never really been a point of interest for me. I love history, especially European and Japanese history. Mainly pre-1700s. I love studying science, and I don't really do very good understanding and recognizing easily biosciences, but like chemistry, physics, those I love. And then sociology and psychology are always really interesting subjects I love reading new things about. Where am I going? I forgot. I got sidetracked. I went the completely wrong direction. Can I shortcut over here? Yeah. And then philosophy's always an entertaining read too. Though sometimes with philosophy it's like, how did you get to this conclusion? I was just here. Wait. Theology is also another interesting study. Not one I've really looked into for a very long time. Any particular area of theology that you prefer, that you're really into, or just theology in general?
If you had any idea who I am. Don't get up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
I agree. That or just kill him.
It's not possible just now.
Do I have anything that gives me science? Anything you got on the science? No. Interesting. Well,
it's blocked.
Looks like I gotta go in and be nice. Sorry, I don't really get a whole lot of chatter, so still kind of training Nightbot a little bit on things. So sorry he temporarily blocked your message.
He needed to be taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some point. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. He's making a great deal of noise. We can knock him out, or gag him.
Yeah.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite.
But it's always nice to have people to talk to.
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know.
But I don't know why I decided to go
I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
permitted term classic German was what
said.
caused that to
Today
be.
we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
They haven't spotted us. We could sneak out of here silently. We have a ship to board.
You've always been a reasonable soul. Don't you think these brutes deserve a punishment?
Oh, they do.
Yes, without a doubt. But don't you think there are more pressing matters? Kurt.
It is your highness's decision to make. Whatever it is, I shall follow.
I mean, honestly, I don't think I really have much of a choice because I don't think I have. I just want to come down here and loot the place. I don't think. Unfortunately, my days of such are done and gone. I just don't have that kind of time anymore.
To my help! And death to the Empress! Things are about to get dicey!
You're in my way. Ah, interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, I still got a tribute point. No, I think that's the one that's for... that says L2 next to it. I think my camera's covering that for you. Fortunately, there's no real great other place, I think, to put it.
Madam? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir Freddy. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Tir Freddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
Oh, this is...
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need routes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Whoa! What the hell? I don't think we're containing that.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Well, that was lucky on our part.
Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Not the one I want to be using. That's what I want to be using. I was trying to use a potion. Potions are not quick on this game. I wonder how far back this is going to put me. I haven't saved in a while. I wasn't expecting a boss fight here. Especially not with something like that. That was, that was surprising to say the least. I mean, hell, Bloodborne was more forgiving on taking a potion than that. See, the only thing I figured out that does anything close to a dodge is actually more like a block on using circle. I have never actually found an actual dodge. See, that's about the closest I've found to any kind of dodge, and that didn't really work that well.
Madam?
Constantine Dos.
Well, we already...
Permission to... No, my...
I am so... eager to discover Tear Freddy. My isle. My new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures. As big as buildings.
That's right. I...
I just couldn't see what was going on. I was so far back in the corner, I couldn't even see him. See, I think that would have been a close approximation of maybe a Wendigo.
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I have the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
So yeah, that kind of doesn't work real great if like you're basically inside the creature and it decides to go, oh, it just no longer exists visually at that point. A lot of the RPG, pretty much all the RPGs I stream, for almost the entirety of them, will be console. I mainly just play shooters and MMOs on PC. So that's the dodge. That ain't a real great dodge. Yeah, it's yeah, I know.
Madam, gentlemen. Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Next time I get in combat, I'll try it. But, it's actually 6 a.m. here, so it's actually time for me to be getting some sleep. So I'll be cutting the stream here. This is my story game, so I'll be streaming this every morning, or for me every morning, starting about 4 a.m., so about 2 hours ago, until basically I finish the game. And then I have an early stream that I do I start about 6 hours earlier than this. I do for about an hour and a half, where I play all kinds of other things. It's been really nice talking to you, Heinz. I hope that you'll come back in the future. I'm basically going to let this cutscene finish up, and we'll see the first starts of Tier 4D. You gave me a lot of great tips. Such a sight would actually worry me. Yes, it was.
What a charming welcoming courtesy. Gentlemen, I am Constantine of House Orsay, your new governor. I have no idea what sort of ceremony you've prepared for my arrival, but I would gladly skip it, so... Indeed, these are rather peculiar customs. I see, it seems you were quite intent on serving me a drink. Hello? Cat got your tongue, gentlemen? Would it be those annoying beaks?
I am truly sorry. These doctors should have shown a greater measure of courtesy. Thank you, dear doctors. Move along. Don't trouble the Naughts. Pay no attention to them. Instead, just drink. The long voyages at sea require the appropriate treatment as soon as we land. According to our scientists, without fortifiers, you might catch your death, and that would be quite regrettable.
I should have chosen death. This concoction is liquid torture.
Well, I mean, we're talking about late 1600s, early 1700s probably, medicine, so yeah.
There you are.
To your health.
Aha! You got your dose of bile too. Allow me to present to you Lady Morange, and to you, my dear lady, my most trusted cousin. Where is the captain?
He seems to be preoccupied with some sort of admiral.
Indeed. Then I will have to thank him later for this most marvelous voyage. Excellency, lead me to the palace, I beg you. And, whenever possible, go by way of all the intriguing alleyways. I am dying with impatience to discover this new city. My city!
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a few other ideas about that.
I've been scullied.
How so?
My admiral laid me off.
My cousin was nonetheless delighted with your services. I hope that there was no
Probably had
misunderstanding.
to do with the creature.
None, I'm sure of it. She just ordered me to give you any assistance you might need.
This request doesn't seem to please you.
Don't take offense, but it's not pleasant for a captain to abandon his ship. In any case, here I am at your service for a while.
Let's see here. Okay, got that taken care of. Let's save. And yeah, he does seem to be a little of a hoot. I'm going to be interested to see how this further pans out. I'm still not sure what to make of this game. But as we'll play further, we'll find out. Once again, like I said, Heinz, I hope to see you in the future. Till tomorrow night, I hope you all have a wonderful evening.